It's Lillian again. Today's workout at home is strength workout again, but no equipment except for this chair. So lots of squats, my favorite, lunges, lower body exercises, and core exercises. For safety reasons, make sure your chair is sturdy enough. Steel gauge or maybe a dining room chair that's all wood, and maybe a countertop if you are not going to sit down for the abdominal exercises. So again, I use this chair just for support. Make sure you're not gripping hard on it for the squats, because if you grip too hard, it's going to tilt towards you, and again, you don't want that to happen. So anyway, this chair is also used for barre classes, barre, B-A-R-R-E, which is a ballet-inspired workout, just like what they do in a ballet class. So if the gym has those barre, then you know the participants can hold on to that bar. But there are gyms that have no bar, so they use a chair to hold on to. Anyway, so let's start with a warm-up. Just march or knee lift to warm up those legs. And again, if you are not new to squats and lunges, then you don't have to hold on to the chair. And if you're used to doing the push-ups on the floor, then go ahead and do it. I prefer to do it with the mat, like the plank and the push-ups. I like to have mat. I like to have to use the mat for that. So hamstring curls, circling the arms, roll those. Just a few upper body and core exercises. Circle the other way. And twist. Make sure you have water to drink. Take a deep breath and exhale. All right, so the first one, of course, is squats. Okay, so you can hold on to it with just one hand. Make sure chest is up, shoulders down and back. Feet can be hip width apart or shoulder width apart. And I'll show you the other one, of course, which is a wider stance on your legs. So squat 10, 9, 8, 7. Of course, if you can do the squat without holding. 2 more. 1 more. Good. If you need to hold on to the chair, so just put your hands there, or maybe even your fingertips very slightly on the chair for support, and do your squats. Remember, put your weight on your heels. Use all the muscles on your glutes and quads. Quads, glutes, and core. Of course, your core. So always make sure your chest is up. So that's why some instructors like to put, or some participants like to put their hands here, so they make sure they're in the right form, or even here, or holding dumbbells, or the barbells. Okay, so that's squats, and then we'll do the plie squats or sumo squats, which just means you have a wider stance. If you don't want to turn your toes out, then do this squat. Toes are pointing forward or to the front. That's fine. And the other one is toes turn up. So just do which one is appropriate for your fitness level. We'll do about 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and 1. Then going back to the basic squat with a few variations. So basic squat, you can do one squat, step to one side, squat, step to the other side. So if you're holding on to the chair, squat, step to one side, squat, step to the other side. So let's do about 4 more sets. So that's 4, 3, 2. So it's a narrow stance squat or the basic squat, then the wide angle squat. Let's do one more, each side of course. So this already gets your heart rate up. Yep, alright. And of course, variation of those plie squats or sumo squats. So you can do one heel down, one heel up and down, other heel up and down. So you can do that alternating. So this is one of the stuff, like I was saying before, they do in a bar class. Or you can lift your heels, use the chair for support. So if you notice, I'm not gripping this back of the chair, part of the chair. I'm just putting my palms there for support. Just about 4 more, 4 and 3, 2, just 1 more, and 1, then heels down, bring your legs, shake it off a little bit, and that's just a few variations of squats. The other one is of course going front and back. So again, a little bit of a wide angle squat. On the squat position, you can go, if you need to hold on to the chair, hold on to the chair. Front, back and back. So if you don't need to hold on to the chair, you can do more walking squats, front and back, or even side to side. And that again is if you are on the fitness level that you don't need to use the chair. Okay. The other one, of course, you can do that walking squats on that plie position. So you just go front, back and back. Holding onto the chair, do just little steps, front, back and back. Or not holding onto the chair, maybe holding dumbbells or barbells, or maybe milk jugs filled with water. Then that increases your intensity, of course. So a lot of options to add intensity to those squats. All right, and then the next one, of course, is those pulses. So you're going to be on a squat position. So, and just go down and down and down and down. So it's little movements and down and down. This is the 4 more. 4. I can feel in my quads. 2 and 1. Okay, and of course, if you prefer to, you can do the wall sit. You want to make sure your back is, it's like taped to the wall, and you just hold it there. So let's pretend I have a wall on my back, and then I just sit there, maybe weights or medicine ball on my thighs, and just hold this position, squat position, for as long as I can. And it really burns the quad and glute muscles. All right. And on that wall sit position, you can use also the stability ball, or you just use the wall, and then you can add some bicep curls, lateral raise, shoulder press, what else? Front raise. A lot of upper body exercises you can add to that wall sit squat. All right, so moving on to lunges. All right, so again, not everybody's favorite, including me, but I'll do stationary lunges. So one leg behind, one leg in front, chest is up, bring your knee down, straight up. Again, make sure if you're a beginner, you're holding onto the chair. Chest is up. Imagine your spine is going straight down, straight up, or there's a thread, string on your head that pulls you up and then bring it down. And then of course you want to switch. So I prefer stationary lunges. To me, it's not too hard on my knees. And again, I have the chair for support. So that's about 5 more on this side. 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Just one more. Alright, so that's the stationary lunges. Staying on one leg at a time. So the alternate forward lunges, again, it's not my favorite. So step to the front, lunge. Again, if you need to hold on to the chair, hold on to the chair. Other leg back to the starting position. So we'll do about 5 more sets. So one set is your right and left leg. So that's 1, 2, we got 3 more. Make sure you're inhaling, exhaling, 2 more sets. And just 1 more. And 1. Then of course you have the reverse lunges, which you step back instead of stepping to the front, which is a little bit easier than the forward lunges. So step back, lunge, step back, lunge. I don't have enough room to bring my leg all the way behind or my foot. All right, so let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 1 more, and 1. And of course, you can combine squat lunge, squat reverse lunge, which is one of my favorite exercises for legs. So it's squat, reverse lunge, squat, reverse lunge. So you can hold on to some weights, a medicine ball if you have, or like what I said, a milk jug, 2 milk jugs, or 1. So you're holding it with both hands. And you can do pulses with this. So just pulse, 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 pulse. 4 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Make sure you switch so you're even. And here we go for 8, 7, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then of course you have those walking lunges where you can walk, like maybe in your hallway, you can walk, or you can do the walking lunges and then go back. I wouldn't recommend walking reverse lunges unless you're sure you're not going to bump into something or into a person. Anyway, so we're moving on with leg raises. So this one I always hold on to the chair if there is a chair. So chest is up, core side. Let's start with a side leg lift. So I've shown this before using the resistance band. and using those flat mini bands. And of course, it's okay if you don't have any of those equipment, you can just do this. So let's do about 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and 1. So I think that's about 10 to 12. So you do the other side. So I'm just gonna hold this way so you can see it from my side. So just try to make sure you're not tilting your body to the opposite side. You're keeping your body straight and you're just using all those muscles on your quads and the side of your thigh. Your core is engaged too, of course. And you can make it smaller. Smaller side leg lift, a bigger side leg lift. Some have a bigger range of motion, so it all depends on your range of motion. All right, that's the side leg lift. The knee lift, it's just this. So make sure your knees pointing forward, bring it down, bring it up. If you're not holding onto the chair, you can bring your leg all the way down and up. If you want to challenge your balance, try not to bring your leg all the way down. Take it up right away. Big inhale, big exhale. It's about 4 more. So again, the chair is there for your support. Then you want to switch. So this works the quads again. Just like your squats and lunges. It doesn't mean to say that's the only muscle that's working. Lots of muscles working here, starting with your core, your glutes. So let's do 2 more and 1. And then the other one, I like doing sometimes is the crescent knee. So you just bring your knee front, circle it, and then down. So it's hip rotation, loosening up the hip muscles. Again, hold on to the chair if you need to. I'll just do 2 more. 1 more. And then switch sides. So I'll go a little bit further away from the chair. Bring the knee up to the front, circle the knee. So imagine you're doing a circle with the knee, or half a circle actually. And make sure you're not bringing your upper body with it. Focus on the legs, the hips, and specifically your hip joints. So let's do 2 more and 1 more. All right. And then the donkey kicks. So the donkey kick without any equipment. Of course, if you're using dumbbell, you need to make sure it's really steady there, or you're on all 4 position, hands and knees on the mat, and then you do the donkey kick. So without any equipment except for this chair for support, bend your knee about 90-degree angle, and imagine you're pushing something heavy with your heel without tilting forward. So you just want to push a heavy pot, heavy bucket without turning it over. So if it has water, you don't spill the water on that heavy bucket. Anyway, so we'll do about 4 more and 3. So you'll feel that on your glutes even without any equipment or any dumbbell or band on your foot and legs. So other way or other leg. So if you're not holding on to a chair or your countertop, this is going to challenge your balance. Flex your foot again, use that heel. Imagine pushing something with the heel. Other leg, standing leg, is slightly bent. It's about 4 more, 4 and 3. checking my balance, 2, and 1. Okay, so another one for the hip is just bending your knee and then lifting your thigh to the side, again, without tilting your body this way. So try to avoid that, and just do a little lift. So your knee is pointing down, and then a very slight, very slight angle. Again, it all depends on your range of motion, especially the range of motion on your hip. And then the other side, of course. So if you notice, my upper body is stable. So that's the goal, is to focus on the muscle that you are working. So this is about 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Then the straight leg donkey kick. So I like to point my toes down, keep the leg that I'm exercising straight, supporting leg slightly bent, and flex my foot. Again, leading with my heel, lifted leg, lift, lift, lift. So in bar class, like I mentioned before, they do the arabesque, which of course the arabesque, they lean forward slightly. That's another variation, that's another type of class. So this class, we're just focusing on how to do exercises using this chair. So other side. So you can, of course, move the chair if you really need to hold on to it. Point the toes down, then flex the foot, lift, lift, lift. Again, make sure your hips are square. So maybe you can try just listening, watching, and then listening to the video first. And then when you do the exercise, you can just listen to the cue and do it without looking at the video. So 2 more, and 1, and down. So moving it again to the other side for inner thigh exercises. You can do this, again, flex the foot, contract the muscles on the inner thighs. So if you want to do the leg swing like what the runners do, is all the way to the other side of your body and then all the way out to the side. So it's like a one-leg pendulum. And it loosens up those hip joint. And then, of course, you want to do the other side. Trying not to pop up your hip. Again, just focusing on those legs and right here on your hip joints. All right. So we're moving on to, so we did the inner thigh, and another one for the inner thigh, of course, is the one we did earlier, those plie squats or sumo squats. And then we're moving on to triceps, one of my weaknesses. So we're using the chair. Again, if you think your fitness level is not appropriate for this, keep this, or you can use the dumbbell or water bottle and do your tricep kickbacks. You can do both arms, you can do one arm at a time, you can do your tricep extension, holding on to just one weight or one water bottle. So that's another way of working your triceps, or using the band if you have the band. So this is the tricep dip. Oh, let me go on my side. Okay. So you're on the edge of your chair. Hands are here. I like to do the narrow stance one so that I am feeling it on my triceps. Okay, make sure you are, again, that spine is nice and straight. So down and up. So try, again, I keep saying this, try not to use your hips to push you up. Use those arm muscles. Exhale each time. Try about 5 more. Here's 5 and 4, 3, 2. Just one more. That's one nice thing with the chair. You can sit. Yeah, I think I have, I have wrist problems, but it helps when I exercise. Alright, another variation of that is your arms or your elbows will be going slightly off to the side, not too way off. So you don't want those chicken wings. You just want a little bit off. So it looks like this. Rather than the first one, my hands are also in front of the chair. So my elbows are pointing straight to the back of the chair. And then if you want to take it up a notch, you can stay on one leg. So it's down and up, down and up. Then you switch, down and up, down and up. So lots of variation. So another triceps, and this is actually a full body workout, is of course the push-ups. Again, not my favorite, but it's a very, very good exercise. So narrow stance push-ups, which means my hands are underneath my shoulders, focusing more on my triceps and abdominals or core. If you notice I can't go down as slow as I can or as slow as it should be because it's hard. So you can make the hands a little bit, the stance a little bit wider, maybe a little bit wider than your shoulder. Then it's still hard, but you can go maybe an inch slower. And for those of you who want to take it up a notch, take one leg up. And of course, the other leg up. So, lots of variations for that's push-ups that you can do on the chair or you can do on the floor. On the floor is harder because you have to go at a longer range of motion. So we're moving on to planks. I'm already sweaty, so if you're sweaty and you have a towel, put the towel on your chair, then put your forearms or lower arms on the chair, hold the plank. At least about 15 seconds. Make sure you're breathing, and again, make sure that back is straight, or you're on the chair, so your spine, or from the head all the way down to your heels, is on a diagonal position. So let's hold it for about 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So variation of the plank. You can add mountain climbers to that. I just do a modified mountain climber. Of course, you can make it fast. But this is your modified mountain climber. And again, you can lift one leg, lift the other leg. So again, lots of variation for that modified plank on the chair. And then then we'll do abdominal exercises. So standing, you can always do the standing bicycle crunches. We'll do about 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing side crunches. I might have shown this already in a previous video. So these are standing side crunches, and of course, if you want to hold weights, yep, just hold weights, and it makes your workout, you take it up to a higher intensity. So we're doing, next will be the seated abdominal exercises. So the crunches, you can put your hands here. I prefer to put my hands here and crunch. So if you see just a little C curve, a little curve on my back, but I'm actually contracting my abdominal muscles. So if you do this, the tendency is this. Now your form is compromised, so you want to keep those elbows as wide as you can. So make sure you think about bringing your elbows a little bit behind. Contract those abdominals. So rather than bending forward, you're contracting your abdominal muscles. And again, if you feel like the tendency is your elbows going here, then just put your hands across your chest and then do your abdominal exercises. Now, doing the bicycle crunches on a seated position, I just do this or this. I call it the genie arms. So you're working your oblique muscles. And again, if you prefer to do this, just make sure, again, you're not forcing your body to bend like that. So it's really working your sides rather than doing the flexion on your spine. And you can do one leg at a time. You can do at least 20 repetitions for this. Those who are in the appropriate fitness level. So that, and then the side crunches will be this and this, or this and this. You can even bring your arms up, side and side, and this is more of a stretch, and it feels good. Or you can put your hands here, side and side. So make sure you're feeling it on your obliques rather than your neck. So you don't want to do that, you want to do this. So my cue to myself is to just look straight forward, even if there's no mirror. Focus on a spot in front of you, and that helps a lot. And then if you want to just focus on, if you don't want to use your hands like this or this, you can hold on to the chair and do your bicycle crunches. So this one really focuses on the legs, but of course it also uses the abdominal muscles for stability. And I think that's it. So let's do our stretches. So circle the shoulders, other way, and we'll do the seated cow-cat stretch. So lean forward slightly. You want to hinge from your hips, then arch your back, curl your back, arch your back, curl your back, arch your back, curl your back. One more, and curl your back. Now, stretching the quad muscles on the seated position. So you're facing one side of the wall. Bring your toes down, knees pointing down, or you can even slide your toes a little bit further so you can build a stretch not only on your quads but also on your hip flexors. So this is one way of doing a seated quad stretch. And of course you want to do the other side. Again, you can do this and then slide your foot a little bit further if you can. Then hamstring stretch, heel down, toes up. Again, hinge from the hips, lean forward just slightly, and you can already feel those hamstring and calf muscles. You can do this too if you're more flexible. And then switch sides. And of course you can do it standing. If you want to do it standing with the support of the chair, you can do this. Again, if you don't have any issues with your knees, you can do the full quad stretch. Or again, you can just bend. You want to do the other side, of course. Hamstring stretch, holding the chair or not holding onto the chair. You want to put your hand on the supporting leg and then switch. Okay, so I hope you like this workout, and I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you for working out with me. Stay healthy and stay safe. Bye.